guys? Jeff here from Grit City Fitness and Performance. Today we're talking about one key topic, and that's wandering off on your own or following directions. Now it's very, very simple, right? Now let me first talk about something. Right now I'm sweating, okay? I just finished my workout and I'm sweating a lot, probably more than I have in a long time. The reason for this? Simple. I followed instructions, okay? Let me explain. I've been writing my own program for a while, and that program has been okay. I say okay because when you write your own things, when you do your own stuff, you never do the hard stuff. You never do the stuff that's important. You never really do everything you can. Well, I've gotten a new program designed for me, and I'm following it. Because I'm following it, I'm following the guidance that's given to me. And that means that I'm gonna get the results that I want. Now, the reason that this is important is because many times people are hollering at you. They're yelling at you. They're giving you cues. They're telling you, hey, come over here. You're way over there. And you might be saying, okay, well, I see you over there, but I also see this path. Let me stay here, right? Well, the problem with that mindset is that you're on the wrong path, okay? So imagine you were climbing a hiking trail, right? You and your buddies are climbing this hiking trail, and you decide to go to the bathroom. And when you go to the bathroom, you kind of veer off the trail a little bit. And as you veer off the trail, you find another trail. Well, after you go to the bathroom, you decide, hey, I'm on this trail. Let me keep walking this way. But your friends are over on the other trail, and they're hollering at you like, yo, if they were talking to me, they'd be like, yo, Jeff, I'm over here. Come over here. And the whole time I'm walking along on this other trail saying, no, guys, I'm going to meet you at the top. This trail goes there too. But the truth is that trail doesn't go anywhere because that trail is not the trail that you're supposed to be on. Now, at the same time, I'm ignoring the cues from the people around me saying, hey, you're on the wrong trail. Come to us so we can go where we need to go. Now, I'm using this reference because many times, we get ourselves stuck on the wrong trail, going the wrong way, and ignoring the people that are hollering at us to come the right way. Think about it. Your nutrition. You know what to eat. We know what you need to be eating. We've told you what you need to be eating. If you've been working with us for nutrition coaching, we tell you what you need to be eating. Now, your choice then becomes, do I follow the instructions that were provided for me to get the best and most optimal result that's going to lead me to my end destination? Or am I going to jump on this other trail, wave at you from the side, and say, I've got it, don't worry, I'm on the right trail? Which at the end of the day, you end up in the wrong place. You end up frustrated, pissed off, overexerted, and wondering why the fuck you don't have the results you want. Here's the key. You were on the wrong trail. You were going in the wrong place. One of the things that I like to say now is you were running enthusiastically in the wrong direction. It gave you nothing. It got you nowhere. It didn't get you the thing that you want. So today's topic is really about this. Are you listening to the people around you that are throwing you life jackets, life preservers, assistants, telling you to get onto this trail, not the trail you're on, or flagging you or hollering at you? Now you might be saying, well, when I've hiked a trail before, I haven't been able to see my friends. So when they were hollering at me, I didn't know where they were. Well, that's okay. If you don't know where they are, you can't spot them right away, that's okay. But don't keep walking in the other direction, right? Stay where you are. Start going towards the sound of the voices that you're hearing calling your name. And within a few seconds, you're going to be in the right place. Instead, if you do not take that route, you do not stay in the one place and start to listen for the voices to kind of get clarity of where it is, you're going to, again, run in the wrong direction enthusiastically. Now, I'm going to use another reference point here. And this reference point comes to avalanches or drowning, either variation or perspective you want to use here. I used to be very into snowboarding, so I had to learn this because when I was backcountry snowboarding, you might get stuck in an avalanche. Now, luckily, I never did. I never got stuck in an avalanche, but you kind of have to know how to prepare yourself. And one of those things, this is also for diving, because when people are diving, they get disoriented. They might be going down, but actually when they start to think or not think, they think that they might be actually going up. So people actually drown themselves by swimming in the wrong direction. Now, there's one way to solve an avalanche, and there's one way to solve if you're swimming in the right direction. It's this. If you're in an avalanche, you spit. If you're underwater, you breathe. Why? Because when you spit on yourself, it's kind of like an easy course correction, I guess. When you spit, when you're in an avalanche, the spit is going to go either out of your mouth outward, It's going to go onto your face or slide down your face. This is going to be a navigation beacon because it's going to say, hey, if it's running down the side of your face, that means your head is upwards, facing upwards towards where you need to be crawling out of. If the spit comes out of your mouth and you don't feel it on your body at all, then the spit is going downward, right? So you kind of reacclimate yourself based on your awareness. The same goes for snorkeling, right? Or scuba diving. If I'm underwater and I'm swimming, all I have to do is breathe and see where the bubbles go. If the bubbles go up, and I'm going down, I'm going in the wrong direction because bubbles go to the surface. So I must follow the direction or guidance that I have that's been built into my body from survival. The same goes for everything you're currently doing, all right? You may actually be swimming or drowning yourself in this perspective because you're not just listening, or you're not just paying attention to a few key bubbles that's going to say, hey, you're going the wrong way. Listen, guys, most of our problem is because we're in our own way and think we know best. The truth is we don't, especially if we've never been on this trip before, okay? So one last perspective to think about. You're on a road. You've never driven this road before. You've never been to this destination before, okay? You've never been on this road or going to this destination. Because of this, everything is new to you. And while you might think, hey, I've driven on the freeway before, this is not the same freeway. And because it's not the same freeway, it doesn't have the same exits. It doesn't have the same restaurants. It doesn't have the same stops or gas. But if you might think that you've already done it before, you're going to have a misinterpretation of the path you're taking. You're going to say, wow, I've done this before, but really you haven't. You haven't driven here before. So don't think that you can divert yourself unless you have a navigation, right? You wouldn't jump on a different road thinking, hey, you know, this is going south too. I'm going south. Let's jump on this one. It's going to give me where I want to go. No, you would make sure that the information is going where you want to go. Okay, guys, so really this comes down to simply this. Are you listening to the guidance and recommendations that are being given to you? The things that are giving flags that say, hey, dude, you're on the wrong path. Or are you taking your own sensory information, such as the idea of spitting on yourself or blowing air bubbles? Are you using these cues that are going up in your head all the time as recognition of a problem? Or are you ignoring them thinking you know best? Because again, the person that thinks that they know best while running enthusiastically in the wrong direction usually has the most miserable time. So please don't be that person. Allow people to guide you and help you. When you hear people saying, hey, dude, you need to be on this path, it's not because they're saying you can't go that path. It's saying that that path doesn't lead where you want to go. So if you do want to go to Mount Rainier, don't climb Mount St. Helens. If you want to be in California, don't head north to Canada. If you want to have the outcome you want to have, follow the leader that takes you to where you want to go. If I was climbing Mount Everest, I'm following the Sherpa in front of me or behind me, depending on the positioning. I'm following or taking recommendations by the Sherpa that's in front of me or behind me. Why? Because that Sherpa's walked that path before and knows that path. He knows the rocks. He knows the hill that you need to be climbing. He knows the easiest route. Now it's up to you to follow his directions or run off on your own and probably die on Everest. The idea is not to die. The idea is to survive and thrive and go to the top of Mount Everest. So follow the Sherpa's advice. Follow the people that are giving you the advice because they're there to help you. And you can run enthusiastically, and you can run enthusiastically in the wrong direction. But don't be mad at anybody but yourself if you don't follow the simple advice, recommendations, flags, and awareness that people are giving to you when you're running wrong in the wrong direction.